Breaking news: ICPC has reportedly arrested former President Buhari Minister Ngige. The Independent Corrupt Practice Commission (ICPC) has arrested the former Minister of Labour and Employment under the former President Muhammadu Buhari, Mr. Chris Ngige, and why he was arrested, for what reasons he was arrested, and for what charges he was arrested, we shall know on today's news. Good day everyone, good day my fellow Nigerians, and welcome to today's news update. News Mirror reports that the immediate past Minister of Labour and Employment, Dr. Chris Ngige, has been invited by the Independent Corrupt Practice Commission (ICPC) for questioning in connection with the ongoing probe at the Nigerian Social Insurance Trust Fund (NSITF), an agency supervised as minister during former President Muhammadu Buhari's tenure. A competent source who confirmed Ngige's invitation to News Online Nigeria Wednesday night said the former Anambra State governor honored the invitation without the usual excuses usually tendered by some past high-profile personalities. I think he was invited in respect of an ongoing investigation at NSITF when he was Minister of Labour. He is still coming back to conclude his interview, disclosed our sources. Details about his invitation were still sketchy last night. What was factually established by News Online Nigeria was the former minister's invitation and the first leg of the interview session with the ICPC's team of interrogators. It will be recalled that in 2020, the former minister accused the suspended management of the Nigeria Social Insurance Trust Fund (NSITF) of misappropriating 48 billion. Big money. Ngige made the allegation while appearing in an investigative hearing at the House of Representatives over the alleged illegal suspension of the management of the agency. The minister claimed that the management withdrew the amount through fake contracts, the proceeds of which were diverted into private rockets. During the appearances, he pointed out that there were also irregular payment of salaries and allowances of 10 million naira, which were not in line with the condition of services of the organization or any reference to the office of the minister. Now, amongst other claims, he said the suspended management, while on leave, traveled outside the country through first class with their spouses and paid themselves 9.8 million naira each without the approval of the secretary to the government of the federation. Going forward, Ngige accused them of engaging the services of legal practitioners at the sum of 180 million naira without the approval of the Attorney General of the Federation. He added that they spent 146 million naira on vehicles and on May 31, 2020, awarded contracts worth 332 billion, which were split into smaller components of 49 million. He disclosed that the contract splitting was to enable the transaction to fall within the threshold allowed by law for the NSITF management to award contracts. Ngige stated that the suspended NSITF management spent 570 million on health insurance outside the National Health Insurance Scheme. He added that since 2012, the NSITF had not submitted records of its audited account to the Office of the Auditor General of the Federation in line with the extant laws. It was noted that the Economic and Financial Crime Commission had since dragged the NSITF management to court on corrupt charges. Wow. So Dr. Chris Ngige, for the people, has exposed the NSITF doings, and he came out, and while being arrested, he came out to expose their corrupt practices. Wow. Indeed, there is money in this country, and indeed, our leaders are corrupt. Ngige has given us details on how 48 billion naira was divided among officials of the NSITF under his administration. Now, Dr. Chris Ngige was arrested on what was known to be misappropriate funds of how 48 billion naira was spent among officials in the NSITF. Now, the details he has given, is it true or not, I don't know. But judging from this, it is clear on how Nigerian politicians and Nigerian leaders at big organizations or big companies for the government are handling the funds of the country. That's to tell you that there is money in this country, and the money is being swallowed or being embezzled by people at that top, people at big places. Now, if you watch closely on how Ngige gave gave full details on how this money, almost all this money was spent, you will notice that he gave full details on how this money was spent, more than even they themselves that spent this money. You will notice that it wasn't small. Now, it wasn't spent gently. You will notice that it was spent lavishly. Allocating themselves 10 million naira, to giving their spouses 8.9.8 million naira, to giving awarding contracts worth of 332 million naira. They're taking vacations outside the country from embezzled funds. I think I think EFCC should look closely into this matter and bring out the truth on this matter. I think EFCC should look closely into this matter and do any investigation that needs to be investigated. EFCC can do the public a favor by looking closely into this matter and do full and thorough investigation. And Dr. Ngige, I think there is more to say from him. I think there is more he has to say. So we are waiting and look forward to more details. Thanks for listening to